If your company feels like it's growing, but also stuck, then you've probably added people, but haven't scaled their roles. Right now, your team may look busy, but under the surface, ownership is fuzzy, support functions are invisible, and everyone is firefighting instead of focusing. In this video, we're going to break that cycle. You will learn how to position support functions as growth enablers and not overhead, how to lead remote and multicultural teams with clarity and connections, and how to use AI to lighten the load without losing the soul of your team. We will see how to move from chaos to clarity and scale your company with intention. Welcome back or welcome to this video that is part of a series that is based on my book, $1 Billion Purpose, that helps conscious leaders scale the impact and win without burning out by attracting, retaining, and developing high-performing teams. You can find the link to the book in the description. In order to tackle today's subject, I want to share with you a metaphor, moving from basketball to football. Okay, so think of your early team like a basketball squad. Everyone plays offense and defense. Okay, everyone helps with everything. This is what starting a business look like, and this is what small team look like. But when you start growing, you need to shift from having a basketball to a football mindset and a football structure of your team. And this is how successful businesses have done it, okay? What is that? What does it mean? It means that every player has a defined position, every move is coordinated, and everyone knows exactly what success looks like. And this goes with the power of clear roles that will become your next real advantage. And look at it, it's like to have a role focus to master your impact, right? Let's reuse, if you have been listening to my other videos before, or if it's the first time you're listening to me, that I will reuse the same metaphor I've been using for almost all the videos, is the surfing metaphor, okay? So if each member of your team try to catch every wave, they burn out. But when each person focuses on one wave, that's exactly at their level, that's exactly where they are, that is exactly the role that they have, they master it. Precision creates performance, and clarity pulls impact. I once had a client who had a team member who was brilliant. This girl was really brilliant until he asked her to own 5 roles at once. And there he didn't understand because she quit. And she didn't quit the job. She quit the chaos. Because role clarity, when you start scaling, isn't a luxury anymore. This is what protects your best people. This is what protects your impact. This is what protects your output. This is what protects your performance. Okay? And I want to give you 3 clear leverage and very specific one that you can use. One is rethinking your support function from invisible to essential. So as you scale your business, you start having people who are more in the front end and others that are more in the support functions. And by support functions, I mean operations, finance, IT. And at some stage, you may think that those are cost centers because those are not the ones who are bringing the business. But actually, those people are the value creators. And I once had one of my mentors that used to say, money is in the back end. And he is right. Because when your support functions are doing their job very well, you have great product, you have great service delivery, so you have a brand that is known for excellence. And when your client knows your brand for excellence, they keep buying from you. Okay? Just imagine a shutdown of your system and how much money you will lose. So those support functions are value creators. And this is why it's important to have them empowered, recognized for their role so that they also stick to their role and be better at their role, and clear on how they drive results. When you do that, they become the engine room of your ship. Okay. And this is why I created the support function value strategy that I share with you in the description, that I use with my clients, but that you can also use so your backend can scale with pride and not burnout. This is a really important piece of your business as you scale. Okay. Because one of the bottlenecks that I saw with the business I work with is like at the beginning they focus on selling, but then at some point they cannot sell anymore, or clients come and go because the quality is not good enough. So they lose the momentum and they forget to build the assets that will help them continue delivering value and continue having revenue and having a repeat business. And they spend their time and their energy just on chasing, and chasing doesn't work on the long term. It works for the short term, but the long term, it will burn you out and people will know that you're kind of don't have the right service, don't have the right product. So we want to be careful about that. And support functions are a really, really, really great thing to invest on when you start scaling. The second one is managing remote and multicultural teams. So as you scale, maybe you have your activity that is not only on one country, but on multiple countries, and you will start having remote work. And the remote work, not only if your business is international, but remote work also opens global talent, okay? So that you can have some talent that you don't have in your own country. But this requires different leadership, and it requires leading differently by setting expectations. It's not just about people coming to the office or not coming to the office, the expectations on the outcome, measuring outcome instead of hours, okay? So that you put a responsibility. You don't delegate just the task, you delegate the responsibility. This is really important, and this is what I work with my clients on. And the third thing is creating intentional connection. Intentional connection, what it looks like, it could be offsites, it could be project-based meetups, even voice notes sometimes. Those build trust across time zones. And diverse culture creates incredible power if you lead by awareness and not assumption. So the second lever is really great for you to master while you're scaling. And the third lever that I want to talk to you about that we cannot overlook right now is AI. How to use AI to enhance what you have, not especially replace it. And the wrong question that I hear sometimes is, will it replace my team? But the better question that I've heard is, will it replace the parts of their job that are quietly making them want to leave or quietly lowering their productivity? So when you look at it this way, AI is not threatening. It feels like a gift, one that clears the noise so your people can do what they're brilliant at, okay? And what people and humans are brilliant at is creating, is solving problem, and is connecting to your client, to your suppliers, to each other, to have this collective intelligence that we're going to talk about in the next video. So use AI for all the tasks that are not around creating, solving, connecting. Okay, so summarizing meetings, tracking insights, reducing administration tasks. Let AI handle the drain so your humans can bring the spark. Because AI scale what's working, but only if your team is already building with intention. So it will scale great things or it will scale chaos. We need to be careful about that. So with those three levers, imagine that every team member knows their lane and loves running in it. Imagine your support function celebrating and being a growth drivers. Imagine your remote team feeling deeply connected and AI lightening the load, not so. This is exactly what happens when you scale roles of your people with clarity. This will not enable you to only grow, but to thrive, okay? And in the description of this video, I'm sharing with you a document, which is the Role Clarity Blueprint and Support Functions Value Strategy that you can use on your own business. Okay, this is something that I use with my clients, but you can grab it and you can use it so you get value, further value than just listening to me on a video. This tool will help you refine roles, reduce burnout, and drive team-wide alignment with confidence. And in the next episode, once that each person has its defined role, okay, this basketball team, we're going to look at how to use this collective intelligence to scale your business, and a business that doesn't only rely on your head, on your ideas, but on the ideas within your team, so that you can also breathe while seeing your business continuing to evolve, continuing to scale, to continue to develop, continuing to deliver value to your clients, everything that you're looking for. Thank you for listening, and see you in the next episode. If you want to find those episodes later, you can subscribe to my channel so that you can find it easily. I hope you will like it, and see you soon.